What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilkin. We're coming back today with another Danchro video. We have a new event that's incoming, but it's not quite live yet, which is actually kind of weird. It says coming soon. It should be coming today. I don't know why it hasn't dropped yet. I guess we're going to wind up talking about that first thing in the morning, but the banner is actually already here. We have the banner for Artemis. Now, the reason I normally like to have the event live is because obviously we can farm up the tickets and all that stuff, and I think we're going to wind up doing that tomorrow night on stream. But Artemis herself is actually pretty solid from what I understand. So we're going to do the trial quest here real quick. Now, normally we don't do this, but I think it's a good opportunity to try her out because she looks like, from the animations I saw on Twitter, looks like she's a little bit different. I think her base attack seems to have both a single target and an AoE effect to it, and it may even have like an improved single target versus AoE. So it says here, Goddess of Chastity Artemis is an adventurer who is strong as she maintains higher HP. She can provide healing or shields to herself with techniques and special moves. Additionally, various additional effects occur based on her own HP. So the higher the HP, the stronger she's going to be. There we go. Now on Twitter, yeah, there we go. There's the multi-blast. There we go. So it actually looks like, so it says Artemis' special move allows her to recover her own HP. When her current HP is higher, her critical rate and damage also increase. Her technique 1 can be used twice in a row and grants a shield combined with her special move to keep her HP high. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, look at that. That was a heck of a hit. Good grief. Hestia can increase your unit's electrical damage as well as recover HP. With this, it's easier to increase damage of Artemis while maintaining high HP through healing. Try battling and combining these two characters. So, there is Hestia. So, Artemis hits like a truck, y'all. Let's see what she got going on here. So, 4,100. Nice. Alright, let's see what she's got going on. Look at that. So, a ton of hits right there, ranging at about 10k. So, she's a solid unit. Very solid unit. So, the trial has ended, so now we know roughly what she does. I honestly, based on the animations, based on what little I knew she got stronger based on her HP stats, but it really kind of felt like, it almost felt like her single target and her AoE were kind of intertwined. So let's go ahead and check out what we've got going on here with her. So first things first, character details. No? Character details. That's what we want. Okay. So as always, we're going to max her out and see what she's got going on. I know it's really hard to maximum break these units, but believe me, it's going to get easier. We're going to talk about that here shortly. Normal attack. I've got a sneeze on deck, and it's not... Thank you. Oh, that was bothering me. Attack multiplier. You know that feeling when you have to sneeze and you can't? Drives me nuts. Attack multiplier of 265.2% at level 10. That's really good. 4 consecutive front-facing AoE attacks. The third and fourth attacks in 3 directions. That's what I was waiting on too. Okay. So in essence, the first 2 hits are just single target. Well, they're round AoE attacks, but... No, take it back. They have to be single target. It's the way it works. But the third and fourth attacks kind of do that spread shot thing you saw. Okay, we're going to max this one out. Now, interesting. Her base skill was 265.2. Her technique 1 is an attack multiplier of 180%. Weird. But, cooldown small, 2 consecutive front-facing AoE attacks. Grants unit 10% electrical damage increase for 5 seconds. Nice. So in essence, you want to drop this before you drop your SA, so that's worth noting. And I got another sneeze that's driving me crazy. And 7.5 shield for 5 seconds. Maximum stacks 2. Okay, skill 2. Let's see this. 360 cooldown medium front facing AoE attack grants your unit 30% critical rate increase per 10 seconds when your unit's HP is 50% or above. Increase damage by 37.5%. Interesting. Interesting. She still has an out-damaging Bell, but the Bell we just had, but looks good so far. Attack multiplier of 1000%, cooldown large, 10 consecutive front-facing AoE attacks, grants your unit's percent recovery 40% max HP when your unit's HP is above 50%, increases damage by 75% when your unit's HP is above 70%, increases critical rate by 52.5% when your unit's HP is above 90%, increases critical damage by 40%. So, yeah. Basically, she can produce insane damage, but she has to have full health. So, interesting skills that. Now, here's the big kicker. So, we always have this banner, okay? And you can go in here to the exchange. And as always, for 20 draws, you have the guaranteed Artemis. For 8 draws, you have the ticket, which is a 70% chance of grabbing that Artemis. We should also, let's see, so scene card, character details. So, Hestia's not here, and I'm not sure which Hestia that is they're talking about in the thing. Maybe she's dropping at a later time. But when your HP is 70% or more, 30% critical rate increase to self. Let's go back here. And this scene card is when your unit's HP is at 100%, grant a 30% strength and vitality and dex status increase. So these are really good scene cards. Remember, scene cards don't go away. So even though she's time limited, the scene cards will stay in rotation. Now, this is a normal banner, but what's really awesome is they have finally given us a guaranteed paid banner. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the paid C list for this right now. And I'll discuss the downside for this. But if you do decide to do this, 3 draws, right? That is what? 8,400 C-lists. 3 draws, 8,400 paid C-lists. You're guaranteed to get an Artemis. Whether or not you pull one during the summons, you're guaranteed to get one there. Now, the downside to this, 8,400 paid, is a little over $100. And here's my first problem with this. I'm always going to compare this to Danmemo. I'm going to compare this to other gachas. The average price on other gachas is about $20 a pull, give or take. Okay? Which, when you really talked about Danmemo, it was $20 per guaranteed-ish, give or take, right? This is a little more than $30 per pull. It's a little more expensive. Here's the kind of give and a take to this, okay? You are only guaranteed 1 per triplicate you're doing here. But, unlike with Danmemo, 1 is more than enough in most situations. Yes, limit breaking units do add up, but you don't have to limit break a unit for that unit to be relevant. With Danmemo, you always had to limit break a unit for that unit to be relevant at all. Like, whenever we did testing, we always tested a max limit break. If we couldn't max limit break a unit, that unit was just practically worthless. Rare exceptions would be like Hero Festas and things like that. We're talking super late game stuff. In essence, from the start of the game to about the last year of the game, anything short of like a Hero Festa unit had to be limit broken, max limit broken. With this unit, just by herself, not max limit broken, just everything level 10 and fully leveled up, she will still be relevant and good. So, is this worthwhile? You're talking $100 investment to get 1 unit. I think that's extremely expensive. However, you are getting 3 draws out of that. I would prefer this to be about $60 personally. If they did any kind of discounts or anything like that, that'd be great. Now, you do always have the option to come over here to the shops. You also have this pack. But remember, this pack, well, as good as that is not going to yield you a guaranteed unit. Those tickets, from my understanding, and from the way everything looks like, those tickets will not work on the paid-only banner. You are just spending paid seals. Paid seals, paid Irish, whatever you want to call it. Those tickets will only work here, which will go towards your 8 draws, but not your 3 guaranteed. Though it is worth noting that at 8 draws, you have a 70% chance of getting you a new unit. So we've got some choices. Now I'm going to go ahead and do 1 summon here. We did get some free Sealists. I'm going to save some Sealists for tomorrow night. And I'm going to make a final decision as to what I plan to do here. Ugh. No. Okay, can we get like a surprise eyes animation? It'd be super rare to get right here, but no, we're not going to. Oof. So, yeah. We're definitely going to wait and see what happens tomorrow night. By the way, guys, we will be live streaming this tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, but yeah, looks like this is not it. So, I'm going to go ahead and back away from this. Now, I am now 1 summon in and closer to that. Plus, remember, when the event drops, usually we get some summons with that. We'll get enough to do a multi with that as well. So we'll probably come back and talk about that a little bit when the event is here. But for now, know what you need to know about this. I think Artemis is a fantastic unit. I do not think she is, however, going to out-damage Bell. I think she's going to be a really solid unit for your teams. But I think that Bell we got recently still kind of takes the cake. However, for events where she is going to shine, she is absolutely going to shine. And she's a different element, whereas sometimes Bell will just be inappropriate to run in those particular situations. Plus, Bell is at his best with Leafia. If you don't run the 2 of them together, he does kind of fall off the map a little bit. Not completely, but he definitely isn't at his best, where she alone does what she does best. So, there you guys go. Full introduction of Artemis. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Like, comment, and share, and I'll be back with more Danchro for you whenever this event drops, because we got to talk about that.